Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the scene for Empire of Thorns after the ice cream debacle at Trudeau's, in which Maurice's twin and uh, Andreas Villalobos got into fisticuffs. Um, Maurice basically managed to calm down and separate his motley mate and his twin and get everything situated there. He goes back to the court and he's looking for Claudio. And he finds Claudio. It takes him a minute to find him. He has to dig him up. But he finds him in the gardens of the keep, by the shore's edge. Uh the keep backs up onto the river, like onto like the baby. I'm having trouble remembering Brooklyn right now. You know the edge that faces Manhattan?
Yeah.
What's that called again? That waterfront.
Is that the Hudson River?
Yeah, that thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just the fucking Hudson. That's all.
You know,
Um,
just that big one.
that big thing called the Hudson. He's basically kind of gripping the guardrail that um separates the Hudson and the keep thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he's watching the water basically. His coat kind of whipping around his feet as the snow is kind of falling around him. So Maurice can see him from his back. His scarf kind of artistically
Flapping in
flowing.
the breeze.
Yeah, exactly. All that fucking beautiful imagery.
All that beautiful drama.
The fucking snow just coming down as it is. I don't know. You fucking look out the window and tell me what it's like.
It's flurrying.
So there you go. Just snowy flurries around him.
And he will approach him and sort of clear his throat.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yeah. Why are you out here in the cold?
Is it cold? I didn't notice. Sorry.
It's snowing, my dear.
Take a deep breath and let it out.
He'll actually step closer to him and wrap his arm around his waist.
He'll turn and look at him, and Claudio can see, or Maurice can see, that flat black with the red in his eyes again.
And he'll frown very deeply. Amor, what is wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I'm fine. It's been a long day, and it's just begun.
And he just gives him the look.
He sounds so devoid of emotion right now. Just turned off.
What has happened since I left you at breakfast?
My office. I went back to my office.
Yes, and
And I saw the paintings she made for me.
I'll let out a little bit of a breath. Do you need me to have someone take them out?
They're beautiful paintings. So beautiful. He'll kind of tilt his head. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back.
Yep.
EST has returned with spinach pasta and San Pellegrino. Noms, fucking noms. So, he'll look at, Maurice.
Maurice is just looking at him very concerned.
I think he thinks I used her.
He tilts his head. Ooh.
His Majesty.
But you didn't. You were in a relationship and it just didn't work.
She was so newly returned.
So? are many others that are newly returned that are in successful relationships here. And there are others that aren't, that just didn't work. I mean, look at Sebastian. He returned just before Iris, and Soren. Soren, I believe, has a girlfriend, I think.
I want you to give me a wit sympathy roll.
Do I get extra?
Yeah. When he mentioned Sebastian having found love, Claudio, his brow furrowed and his jaw tightened.
And he'll reach out and touch his cheek. What is it?
Before I was with Azure, I was with Sierra. You didn't know, I think. It's okay.
I heard that you had dated, but I didn't know that it was anything very serious. I'm sorry about that.
I guess that's the way it is with me. It's never really serious. And every time it is, it's always my fault.
There's no fault to be had. You both did things wrong, and you both made decisions that affected the relationship, whether it be in a good way or a bad. It just is. I mean, before I started seeing Ferran, I was seeing Andre Trudeau, and it just didn't work. There's nothing wrong with either of us. We're both good people, but it just... And he'll reach down and he'll take Claudio's hand. It wasn't this.
It's when we brought Tam into things.
That's when it started to change.
I'll nod.
And what changed?
Me. I got weak. I couldn't see him the same way anymore. It's like I started seeing him as a threat, and I know I shouldn't have. I know I shouldn't have. God, of all the people in the world.
you said that she started acting strange as well. It wasn't just you.
I never should have. We never should have done that. We should have just stayed, her and me. He'll, like, take his hand back and kind of grip the bar in front of him tight.
Yeah, Maurice will frown.
He'll take a deep breath and then look back to him. What is it?
You've done it again, my dear. You've shut
What?
yourself. You've shut yourself off. You've flipped that switch. Relationships take more. They take the combined effort of everyone involved, and when they go wrong, it's not any one person in the relationship.
I feel so bad for Tam because he didn't do anything wrong. Genuine. I feel as though he's been used the worst in all of this. And I care for him so much. I couldn't love the both of them. And I don't know why. Why can I not give a damn that you're going to be marrying Ferran in a little under 2 months' time? I'm happy. Truly and genuinely, I'm happy.
He'll reach down and grab his wrist where the bracelet is attached. What we have is beyond any sort of explanation. I think that you're happy because you know that it's not a threat to this, to us.
If Ferran can have one chance at happiness, to be with someone, to love and to not be hurt as he was before. He'll kind of look down. Even if it's you. Then I truly am happy. I have people questioning whether I'm a loyalist. Maurice.
Who?
He'll shrug. The courtless, the autumn court people. Just, I hear it. It's getting back to me.
Well, one, you're not a member of the Autumn Court. Two, fuck the courtless. And three, you're the most devoted member of any court that I have ever seen. So if anyone has anything to say about where your allegiances lie, send them to me.
She asked me, what did she do wrong? What was it? You know what I mean?
And what did you tell her?
That it wasn't anything she did wrong or that I did wrong. There was many different things.
Well, that's the truth, isn't
But
it?
there is one thing beyond anything else that can stand out of my mind as the hammerfall that struck the glass that shattered this.
I think I already know.
What?
The day she walked out.
No.
No.
Mm-mm. That I was able to overlook.
And he'll scoot a little bit closer and wrap his arm around Claudio's waist.
Although I am fairly certain her intentions were pure. In trying to point out to me that Tamerlane felt threatened by you. Shake his head. I couldn't look at her the same way after that. And I don't know why. I don't think she was trying to use me. I genuinely don't. I don't think she was trying to use Tamerlane or anything. I don't even think she was trying to break us. I couldn't look at her the same way after that. I don't. I don't know why.
I think that you finally recognized that while her intentions may not have been as they seemed, her emotional maturity may not be on par with her current age. It's very much a schoolyard action.
I'll nod.
She behaved like a child lashing out.
The king told me he was disappointed in me. That I had disappointed him. He had thought better of me. At this point, he actually, like, tears will start dripping from his eyes.
What were his reasons?
He thought that I had better judgment. That I was rash. Too rash. And I hadn't thought about the consequences of my actions, or who I'd hurt. Then I let myself get swept up. Although desire and its pursuit is the cornerstone of our court, it's also knowing when to pull yourself back. And to look at the sum of the parts. Instead, I lost my head. And that I lost a measure of respect in his eyes. And he's right. That's the worst part.
And he'll lean down and just lean his head on the side of Claudio's. From what I understand, your relationship with her came out of heartache.
Came out of friendship. She was my friend first. I wanted to be with Azure. I wanted to be with her so badly. But she was very much adrift. And I just couldn't captivate her enough. There was too much going on. And things ended up not working out. Iris was there. And she made a bargain to, I haven't really spoken to anybody about this, alright? But, he'll kind of look to him for confirmation as this stays between them. She made a deal with a Hob to exchange her innocence for a measure of protection on something important. She told me about it. I offered to buy the contract for her. Buy it from her. didn't want that. We ended up making love to fulfill her obligation. I told her at the time that if she just wanted to... We were friends at that point. I think I had kissed her once, but I was still very much trapped in my feelings for Azure, and I didn't want to see her toted off to Fairy. I didn't want to see her innocence given to someone that wouldn't appreciate it, you know?
He'll nod.
And from there, things just started happening. She started staying at my place more and more, and it would be funny to get married on April Fool's Day. Hold a April Fool's party and to invite our friends over and get married. We proposed to each other. And one day I looked at her and I said, you know, this is a woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. I bet we'd make beautiful children. And so I decided to create life. And I got so swept in the beauty of the moment. It was like swiping a debit card, not thinking of where the money was going to come from. So wrapped into it that I thought things could work out with Tamerlane. The three of us could be together.
At this point, he'll start rubbing his back.
And things began to fall apart. Maybe I'm just better off on my own. I'm alone, I can't hurt anyone.
He tilts up his chin.
Look at him. The red and the black has gone away. Now it's just flat black. You can give me a roll if you want, or if you want, just snap a link with him.
Yeah. What do I have to do to snap the link?
You just fucking spend a glamour point.
Alright.
He's essentially emotionally dead inside right now.
dead or shut off?
Shut off, quickly crashing towards dead. Like Red City dead.
He's going to pull him into his arms and press their foreheads together. No.
Hmm?
No, my love.
He blinks slow.
Do you not see how much I need you?
Everyone needs me.
Do you not feel how much I want you?
A slow blink again.
And he'll pull Claudio's hand over his heart. And hold his hand on top of it. Do you feel that?
Oh, what, Your Majesty?
And at this point, there are tears just streaming down Maurice's face. Um,
If you give me a wit sympathy, I can give you a clue about something. I'll type it to you, though.
Yeah.
You get bonuses, by the way. Of course, obviously.
Okay, well, I got 2 on
Okay.
my own.
Sorry. So, his eyes, from what he can see, even being flat black, are just very unfocused. And he's just... Lord, did you just keep blowing up?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, sir.
He's going to pull Claudio in, and that was for the kiss that he gives Claudio. Just pouring every ounce of his love and his devotion. All of the things that Claudio makes him feel.
Don't you dare. Oh my god, I thought I closed ice stream. What, had a fucking heart attack.
Oh, Lord.
He feels nothing in return.
And he'll break the kiss.
He didn't even return it. That's how bad he is right now. His lips were just cold and limp, basically.
I love you. So, so deeply.
Hmm?
Hmm?
What did you say, human? Couldn't hear you.
And he'll lean into his ear. Je t'aime.
He'll soften a little bit and blink. Turn his head a little bit in that direction.
And he'll rub their cheeks together. And his cheeks are still wet. He's still crying.
My love.
And he'll just keep saying it over and over and over again. Just whispering it into his ear.
After a little bit, he'll lean up and kind of presses his finger to his lips, his fingertips to his. I was like, his eyes are starting to shift back to the more black and red, which the state he's in right now is good.
Mm.
At least he's got something going on there.
Yeah.
You vowed yourself to me.
I did.
I'll kind of touch the token. Others may not understand our love, or think that it's superfluous. With you as the king consort, me as the high sirs. Think that it's not real. You're the only thing keeping me from going back right now. Not from killing myself, but from worse. Returning back to the prince or losing myself. Or becoming what they say I am. Loyalist. Because Maurice, it would be so easy. Nothing is stopping. Take all of that power. The only thing stopping me right now is my love for you and my devotion to Ferran. My hope that when I hold my children in my arms in a few days' time, finally I'll know what a legacy feels like that I can be proud of, instead of what I've left behind. But Maurice,
Yes, my dear.
his eyes actually flash quick and go back to like white and the grayish blue they are.
Mm-hmm.
I killed her. What did I do? She's gone because of me. Maurice. And he quickly breaks down. The worst anyone has seen him dealing with this.
And Maurice will just hold him to his chest.
His legs will give out. He basically just curls up and just... It finally comes out. The guilt and pain he feels over killing Az. For some reason, something all this shit snapped him on that subject.
I think he hit his max overload of holding everything in, and now it's all coming out.
Yeah, it's flooding off of him in waves. Like he covers that. He hits the fact that he broke up with Iris, and it's like killing him inside. And the fact just all of it's just coming out. And he felt like he used Tam, sobbing it. It's all just coming out.
And
The things he's
Maurice
verbalizing, just oh my god.
yeah. And Maurice is just gonna pick him up and carry him inside to a private room. Probably the solarium, because that's closest to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Shoo anyone out. And tuck into one of the couches and hold him.
He'll go on for about a good genuine 20 to 30 minutes, just sobbing, crying, and like just fucking muttering, and then he'll fall asleep. Like I'm not even fucking kidding. He just knocks himself out because he's been so upset, and he'll fall asleep deeply on your chest. I'm not done there though. Somebody's gonna walk up as he's sleeping his little ass off, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Better not. Um. He'll come walking by. He actually looks a ton hell of a lot more serious than he normally does.
Yeah.
And he'll basically kind of stop. He's walking by for a different purpose, and he'll notice the two of them and stop and walk over. As you are fairly certain you could set off a fucking nuclear bomb right now next to Claudio, and he'd sleep through it. So he'll just kind of look over at the both of you and tilt his head and furrow his brow and look at Maurice. Like, what wrong? What do?
He finally broke.
Binks. Is he okay?
His brow will furrow a little bit. I don't know.
He'll walk over. I know I was very hard on him this morning, but I felt I needed to be. He'll kind of kneel down next to them.
He feels like you've lost your faith in him.
He'll breathe. I haven't lost my faith in him. but I'm concerned for him. I'm worried. And I don't want him to... He'll just kind of shake his head. Do you understand?
His brow is still kind of wrinkled. He sort of shakes his head a little bit, like, huh?
He'll really try to, like, think of the what he's thinking of. It's, like, really, like, one of those hard ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To explain. But he'll find it and he'll say, the man that he's becoming, do you understand?
He'll nod.
I don't have faith in. I need him back. I need him to be... I need him to be strong again. And not with his mind turned off.
Maurice will nod. I'm working on it.
He'll look down at Maurice. He'll look down at Maurice and Claudia. And you notice him touch Claudio's brow. And you see his fingertips kind of pass gently over it. You notice that Claudio's brow is very tight. And, like, he's kind of trembling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to roll for him. Okay, hold on. And then I'll actually spend a willpower point. Good, thank God I spent a willpower point. Okay, you see Ferran's focus, like his eyes unfocus for a moment, and then they kind of slip into almost like a trance-like state. And he closes his eyes, and you'd swear for a minute he just fell asleep. As he's kind of resting his hand on Claudio's brow. And you notice Claudio, like his face, looked like confused for a moment. And then he starts to relax in Maurice's arms. And he'll kind of... He begins to, like, the corner of his mouth turns up. And he basically begins to, like, his brow unknits. And he looks happier, basically. And you'll notice Ferran basically kind of shake his head and, like, open his eyes like he just woke up.
Okay.
And he'll pull his hand back. Then he'll smile at Maurice and give him a kiss on the cheek. Like a very gentle one.
he'll look up at Faran and sort of pucker his lips a little bit.
He'll grin again and he'll lean over and press his lips to his gently.
And that relaxes Maurice.
He'll lean over and he'll basically bring his lips to his ears. His ear, and he'll say, he'll gently say, je t'aime.
He'll reach up and caress his cheek.
And he'll kind of wiggle gently, like very, very softly, because he's in more serious mode. And he'll press his 2 fingers and then push them to Maurice's nose. I'm busy! And he'll dash off. And a few minutes later, like not too much longer, but a little bit, like a few minutes later, Claudio will wake back up. And he'll look up at Maurice.
He's looking down at him, softly playing with his hair.
He'll smile.
Hello.
Hello, Mama. Did I fall asleep?
For a while.
I was having the worst nightmare. In a dream I was standing looking over the Hudson. I fell in. I was drowning. And the water was filling my lungs, and no matter how hard I screamed, no one could hear me, and you were standing right there. You couldn't see that I was under the water, no matter how much I tried to stride upwards, I couldn't. But then, the strangest thing happened.
Oh?
An otter pushed and pulled me out of the water. And dragged me to the shore, wrapped itself around me, and warmed me up. And licked my cheek. It was the cutest thing, too. Bright green eyes, though. I thought I just had brown eyes. He'll shake his head. How long have I been sleeping?
He'll look at his watch.
He'll look around, like, and then look back up at him.
A good while.
Oh. I probably have things I need to attend to.
Is there anything I can help with?
No.
Would you like
Wait.
me to... Go ahead.
No, we need to find an archive. I don't mind doing it, I really don't, but I can't give it the proper focus it needs. And with the Spring Court transfer coming within a few months.
What about... nothing? What about Liam's wife?
That's true. I hadn't thought of that. I'll have to talk to her later. He'll lean up and peck his lips softly.
And again, there's that overwhelming sense of relief.
I feel funny, but not in a bad way. Just like something. He'll kind of like motion around his heart, like that area. Like something's been. I'm missing something, but not in a bad way. You know, have you ever had your appendix or your tonsils or the gallbladder removed?
Yes.
You know, you feel very sick. You can't really put your finger on what it is. Then after you've had the surgery, you feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel right now.
Well, you do look quite refreshed from your nap.
Must have been a very good nap. But then again, I was in your arms. We'll smile at him shyly.
He'll brush his thumb over his cheek.
You know, I may not be able to give you my mortal vow. But I hope you know that this, and he'll take his Maurice's bracelet in his hand and kind of shake it,
Mm-hmm.
means just as much, if not more, to me. You know that, right?
That's what keeps me going.
What was that last word?
Going.
Okay. He'll pull himself off the couch and out of things. Kind of stretch. His tummy will peek from the bottom of his shirt when he stretches.
Maurice will reach out and tickle
He'll kind of lower his shirt, like playfully. Stop. Bite his lip. I want to get a tattoo. Another one.
Oh?
I don't know of what, though. You want to go with me later?
Sure.
We can tackle your husband there and tell him to permanently mark us.
Hmm. Coffee first. We will give him coffee first.
He did this one on me. He'll kind of show him his shoulder. Showing him one of his tattoos. It's actually really nice tattoos. Ferran's a good tattoo artist. That is what he did before he became the king's.
He'll touch the tattoo.
I can show you a
Yes.
picture of it later at a game. We should get matching tattoos. So yours and mine. The tackiest backdrop we can. We'll just clip Ed Hardy. Let's get Ed Hardy scribbled across our skin.
He just
No?
rubs his forehead.
No?
No.
What if I got a baking pen and you got a paintbrush? No.
I think I know what I want.
What do you want?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
And he'll smile. And he'll stand up and stretch and creaky cracky stretching.
He pouts so severely. Like, just this pout is like the worst pout he's ever seen in life. Just
Oh. What?
didn't do the thing. Where you lace your fingertips over your stomach.
I'm not in serious Maurice mode right now. Unless you want me to be.
So gorgeous when you do.
And he'll sprawl out on this sofa. And he'll kind of shift and get himself comfortable. And he'll lace his fingers across his chest. And then
Wait.
he'll hold a finger up.
Do
and
it!
He'll reach into his pocket and he'll pull out his reading glasses and perch down his nose.
He looks like he's about to die of happy. That's exactly what he was about to tell him to do. You squeeze in a way that this man should never, ever, ever be taken seriously, but squeeze. It's more like a very masculine squeal. God only knows how it worked out, but it did. He just drops to his knees and wraps his arms around him like, I love you. He doesn't say it. He's almost wiggling as bad as Ferran does sometimes. He turned Claudio's wiggle on. He'll like press his face to his shoulder and like nuzzle him. You did the thing. Yeah, I'll say that. He'll say, you did the thing.
You should take a photo of it before you leave.
Oh my lord, does he jump up? He'll dig around in his bag for a moment and pull out a camera. He's actually got a pretty good camera. And he'll like compose the fucking picture right. As well as this could probably be a spread somewhere. And he'll just snap a picture of him. He'll just kind of like look at him and then look down at the like viewfinder and smile and snap a picture. And kind of bite his lip. You look beautiful.
He'll blush.
But tell me, love, did your twin brother really beat up the magistrate of nightmares with ice cream?
And spoons.
Your brother is a deranged little man. He'll slip his camera back in his bag. Coming from the man who's 5'8", by the way.
To the man that's 6'2" and...
Yep. That's hilarious, is that I use someone so tall for his overlay. But yeah, he'll grin at him and he'll say, I'm gonna go that way. I have to go to work and do stuff.
I will bring you food.
I love you so much, thank you. And he'll kiss him. Those like, I'm trying to get away from you pecks. And he'll turn and get off before he doesn't leave. So I think we can end it there.
Yep.
Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. And all those other... Sorry, I had to burp. Good things. Bye-bye.